So today I'm going to show you how to grow anemone corms in a container. Anemones are very, very simple and easy to grow. They're fairly hardy, so they're not too sensitive about frost or anything like that. You can plant them straight into a pot easily enough and just keep them in a sheltered spot until risk of frost has passed, and then just pop them straight out on the patio. Or you can plant them later on in the season, right up until June, straight into borders or into pots, and they'll flower about 2 months later. And they're really, really simple. They create such a effortlessly pretty display, and they're just perfect for pots as well. And I've got a nice little pot here. When you choose a pot, make sure it has a drainage hole at the bottom. And to aid drainage even more, I'm just going to add some stones. You can use, well, this is slate, you can use stones, crocks or gravel. That aids drainage and just stops the compost from sitting in wet soil at the bottom, becoming a bit stagnant. Okay, so that's about 1 inch of slate in the bottom of my pot. I'm now going to top it up with compost. I'm using ordinary multi-purpose compost. When I top this up, I'm going to leave it with about 8 centimetres to spare at the top. There we go. I'm just going to add some slow release fertilizer granules as well, just to really boost flowering. Now every time I water after I've planted these, some of the nutrients will wash out of the beads into the soil and feed the plants throughout the season, so it's a really good idea to do it. This is what anemone corms look like when they arrive. Little knobbly nuggets. They're quite difficult actually to distinguish which way up you plant them, because, well, they don't have a pointy side, but they do have a slightly smoother side. The slightly smoother side is the bottom, that should be planted facing downwards, and there's a more knobbly side that should be facing upwards when you plant them. And when they arrive, it's a good idea to soak them in water to rehydrate them, and that's what I've done here. I've put a load in some water, and you can feel actually they've been in water for about an hour and they're just a little bit softer than the others and really ready to go. So I've just got 3 there to position in my pot, and I'll position them with the knobbly side facing upwards and the smoother side facing downwards. I'm planting them they're only about 5 centimetres apart in this pot, but if you're planting them straight into borders, give them 15 to 20 centimetres space, because they do spread out a bit. In containers you can afford to squash them together a little bit more to make a really nice full display. Now I'll just top that up with compost. There we go, just crumble the bits up with my hands, get rid of the lumps. Okay, and now I'll just water that in. There we go. So, if you're planting early in the season, remember to keep them protected from frost. Just pop them in a sheltered spot. A greenhouse or conservatory is ideal, but if you don't have that, then just tuck them in a corner where they're not going to get hit by a hard frost, so close to the house, and they should be fine. They're not too sensitive. And or if you're planting later on in the season, just pop them straight out on the patio and they'll be fine. They like full sun or partial shade. And also you can use the flowers as cut flowers, really, really pretty, and they look lovely in a single stem vase or a mixed posy. They're really, really lovely. They're very simple and very elegant and really easy as well, with a long flowering time. I do recommend giving anemones a chance. They really are very sweet little flowers. And that's all you need to do. Oh, do remember when you grow anything in a pot to keep it well watered throughout the season, because pots dry out fast. And that's it. That's all there is to know about growing anemones in a pot. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Thank you for watching.